guys. This is the Binti Love Podcast, and I'm your host, Binti Love. Today I will be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Part 3, of the reunion. Okay. Give me a moment. Let me get my pointer. Okay, got my pointer here. Okay, yeah. So, these are the girls here that, had to get, left my pencil at the desk. Okay, so, these are the girls here, and, for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess that was a technical moment. You will see me doing some live things eventually, so that's why I left that in there. Yeah, but, it's always going to be a teachable moment. Yeah, so here at the Binti Love Podcast, we like to teach, laugh, comment, give constructive criticism to inform the viewer. Yes, and that's what we do here. And I am your host, Binti Love. Right there, that's me. Okay, and it's always going to be a teachable moment. Okay, point number one. Let me just comment and say this. I really did. I love this whole season, actually. But the final, these final episodes of the reunion, this reunion, that's like the finale. It's been kind of boring. I just had to say it, it was like really, really boring. They sat there and they were just like not involved to me. Honestly, I felt that way. And that's just my honest opinion. It was not exciting at all. The group of girls were kind of boring. All the challenges that they had during the season did not play out or show up during the 3-part reunion. For what? You know what I'm saying? They kind of did all of this boring talking in one night. I'm just being honest. I mean, really, they could have did this in one night. No new developments. I don't even understand why why the show had a 3 parts. We thought something was going to happen, because sometimes it is just 1 part or 2. For 3 parts to just say nothing really at all, no real new revelations or anything of that sort, I was I didn't get it. I guess they just had a allotted amount of times, okay, we have these 3 dates, so we have to show something. I guess they could have showed a preseason of something else, just to say that. They could have did a lot more. This was really boring talking in one night for this actual reunion, part 3. Like I said, there's no new developments, no wow factor, oh, wow, really, oh, season closing, nothing. I was okay. They did not even talk about Sheree and Tyrone. They could have went over Sheree and Tyrone a little bit and, talked about that. There was big moments with that. Nothing. Okay, moving on. Point number 2. I just want to report this. They need Claudia Jordan back. They really need Claudia Jordan back, because Claudia Jordan here, look at her, look at her cute little face. That's her. I don't know how many years ago, but that was her when she was on the. I think that this was a picture of her when she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know exactly how many years ago. But, they need Claudia Jordan back. And I heard that allegedly she is recently back in Atlanta, right now, while probably during when the reunion was being taped. I'm not sure of that, but I know she's supposed to be back in Atlanta, allegedly, for some movie or something that she's doing. So I think Annie needs to contact her, because, she definitely brings the sassiness and the spark. She can be very, very sassy and have a spark. And she has this fun, loving personality that you can see right there. Claudia Jordan, she's always got something to say. So, I think that, she's a gem. And I think that, her, if she was on the reunion, part 1, 2, and 3, it would have been a little bit more, a little bit more there. Even Eva, from Top Model, like, they need to bring her back. She has some stuff to say, to make it be more of a finale and things of that nature. Because, Kenya is great, but, she cannot bring the show back to what it needs to be on her own. So Kim Zolciak, maybe she needed to bring, if Kim Zolciak walked out during the finale when Sheree, because, Sheree brought her clothes out, and Kim knew her back then. So they could have had her come out at the ending on this reunion part 3. Her and Sheree make a very, very good team. So something like that would have been great. But, I don't think any of that happened. I didn't see it. So it didn't happen. And that's just, my being, giving some constructive criticism. I do want to say that all the girls did look beautiful, and look at the dresses now. I gave her, I think, reunion part 1, this is Sanya here. I gave her the best dress. Like, I felt that her sequins and everything there was great. But they all really look good. It was really a good looking crew there. I love them all. Okay. Point number 3, my criticism is this. It is constructive criticism. But this is my criticism. Again, it was a boring reunion. A boring reunion. Someone, a surprise, should have had walked out on that stage, like Cynthia from, should have walked out. Dwight, like I was saying earlier, Sheree right here in the beginning, Dwight, the guy that helped her with the, the clothing years ago, 14 years ago. I know, I've been watching. But, something like a surprise when she brought her clothing out there, rolled out there and things of that sort. Someone from the past should have came out. There was no surprise for this reunion. And I waited 3 episodes and nothing. So I'm talking about things like that. So that's my criticism. My constructive criticism about that is that they should have brought some other people out there. I did not really want to just sit through 3 hours of yarning, boring, hello, nothing. So this reunion was a total mess. The whole thing was a total mess. I don't think there was enough thought put into it. I feel as though they could have done a lot better. Like, someone is sleeping. They're sleeping during a reunion, and anyone who have been in a surprise department to bring things out, a person out or something like that, they were sleeping. Everyone was sleeping. But the actual season was good. See, the season was good. But the season was very good. But the rest of the stuff, during the reunion, that's when it was like, I don't know about this. But, let me just say this right now. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube now to the Binti Love Podcast. And coming soon, fall 2023, I'll be more on TikTok and Spotify. So look out for that. And it is a Binti Love Podcast. So take a moment to subscribe and subscribe and subscribe. That would be great for you to do right now. So you know when I get my videos, put out for you to see on YouTube. Okay. Now, point number 4 is my MVP moment. And this is like, honestly, this is like the moment where I'm like, okay, this whole episode would have been a bore completely, But someone there was like making it exciting, because they're not actors, but we need them to say stuff and participate and things of that nature. So my MVP moment is the most valuable player moment. This has been the Love Podcast MVP moment, which is the most valuable player or most valuable performance moment. I do critique plays and concerts, and so that's when this comes more into play, the most valuable performance moment. But for this, it's like the most valuable player who really like made this episode come alive and made me stay tuned to the TV and watch the whole episode. And that goes to Marlo. Yeah, Marlo. Yeah. Marlo Hampton. She was really the one that was really holding all 3 episodes down, honestly, basically as the MVP. But, I had other MVPs, but she really came through for this finale, third part 3 of the reunion. So she's the most valuable player moment for this episode. I mean, it would not have gone anywhere without her saying, the things she said. She was saying she would learn to think before she talks. So she needs to think more, she said, about what she's going to say before she say it. She doesn't want to come out her mouth anymore and just say things, and then all the girls are mad at her, things of that sort, and she's like, I'm going to change that. So I like that. I gave her the MVP for that because, I thought that was a great self-awareness moment. It gave me food for thought. Do we not think before we speak? I think, Marlo was very stressed this year because it's the first time her holding the peach. And so it came with more responsibility. Before she could just sit there and just, play the background. But now she's she's a big contender in the situation. So I think that, I think that she moved smoothly with this episode, being the most valuable player. I think that she really did some, strategic talking about, honesty about herself and things of that sort. And I think that made her a winner. And so the most valuable player moment winner of this episode is Marlo Hampton. Yes. Okay, moving on. Point number 5. The most loving moment was, again, Andy. Now, I think I said something about him in reunion part 1 when he was there just hugging all the women and just showing so much love before he actually they actually went out on stage. But I thought he had a lot of love this episode. And so the most loving moment goes to Andy. So when Sheree brought all her clothing line out and gave Andy a sweatshirt and he put it on over his suit. He has a suit on underneath this. And he just put the sweatshirt right on over, his suit. And it was just so loving and supportive of him. And I can tell that he really was Team Sheree and really wants her to win. And I like that. I love that. He was totally behind and supporting her all the way. I also can tell that him being a father of 2 now, Andy, congratulations on 2 of your children. I see a different side of him. He was always a sweet guy, but he seems like a very super sweet, fun guy. So I think that fatherhood looks good on you, Andy Cohen, and congratulations. Okay. Let me do the review. Now, the review is only 3 stars for this because I have the boredom for the final episode. Yeah, I know, but, it's a 3, My review is from 1 to 5, so a 3 is good. It's medium, but it's not the greatest reunion part 3 that I've seen since, watching these shows. So it's definitely not a 5, it's a 3, but, I think it's room for improvement, and I hope that we see more of that, in the coming, next year, because that's where we're going to be. But, okay, so the 5th and final point always ends in love. This is the Binti Love Podcast. Make sure, again, to subscribe, comment below, tell me what you think, and like this video. Bye, guys.